Route 66, Route 66. We'll drive around the classic cars, pick up chicks and biker bars. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're on Route 66, Route 66.
Okay, Insane Sam here to guide you through the second leg of your fifth day out on Route 66. We're going to head through Texas. Before we get going, let's make sure you got good directions because you don't want to get lost. Go to Route66MC.com, go to the right-hand column on the home screen and find Get Directions. Put Texola in the Leaving From box and Tucumcari in the Heading To box. Click Get Directions and turn-by-turn directions between those two towns are going to pop up. You know, when you cross into Texas from Oklahoma, the whole world feels different. The whole feel of Route 66 is different. The Great Plains are in front of you and you just feel like new adventures are ahead. It's the Great West and you're about to head into it. The first town you're going to hit is Shamrock. My great uncle, Sean O'Shaughnessy Allen, was a leprechaun, and our family fortune was made when he actually found a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. He left County Cork, Ireland to travel the world and wound up founding Shamrock, Texas. Shamrock has the restored U-Drop-In Tower Conoco Station. It was opened in 1936 as the Tower Station and Cafe. The Art Deco building now has the Chamber of Commerce, and there's some really nice Route 66 artifacts to view in there. This building is especially impressive at night when its neon lighting is ablaze. Shamrock has hosted a St. Patrick's Day festival since 1938. They have a motorcycle rally and a poker run, as well as a carnival, nationally known live entertainment, a beard growing contest, and a Miss Irish Rose contest. As far as I can tell, no contestant in the Miss Irish Rose contest has ever won the beard growing contest. Shamrock has a piece of the original Blarney Stone, which is in Blarney Castle in County Cork, Ireland. If you kiss the Blarney Stone, the legend has it that you magically get the gift of gab, thus the term Blarney. Shamrock got its fragment of the true Blarney Stone in 1959 when a Shamrock public official brought it back from Ireland. He claimed it accidentally fell off the original stone. Right. Sounds like the guy who stole it must have kissed the original one in Ireland to get the gab he needed to try to pass that story off as believable. Anyway, to get down there, go down to Main Street and then go left just before a big water tower. The Blarney Stone is 100 yards down that road in a small park. In 1984, McLean became the last town in Texas bypassed by I-40. The Texas Route 66 Museum claims to be the first Route 66 museum anywhere. It was opened in 1991 by Delbert True, who says he knows all the artifacts are real because he stole them himself. This small spot is my favorite Route 66 museum because it's so authentic. The exhibits include the original statue of a steer that was in front of the Big Texan Steakhouse in Amarillo, the giant yellow cobra that once was out the Regal Reptile Ranch in Alanreed, and a bunch of other cool stuff like that. The Devil's Rope Museum is in the same building as the Route 66 Museum. It has exhibits about the history of barbed wire and photos of old Texas ranches and their operations. This is a really cool exhibit for Western and cowboy history buffs. There's also a room with photos from the Dust Bowl. This little room consists mostly of old photos of people and farms from the McLean area, along with commentary about what it was like to live in those times during the Dust Bowl. The photos of poor families are haunting, especially the photos of children who seem playful and happy despite their poverty. The 1928 Phillips 66 station 2 blocks west of Main Street was the oldest in Texas. It operated there for over 50 years. The 1930s Avalon Theater on Main Street has a nicely preserved Art Deco facade, and the Cactus Motel on the west end of town has a great neon sign. The next town is Alanreed. Its name is based on the contracting firm Allen and Reed, which laid the tracks for the Oklahoma and Texas Railroad that once went through the site of the current town. In the old days, Alanreed once was called Prairie Dog Town because they had a bunch of prairie dogs nearby. Then it was called Springtown or Spring Tank because they had a large spring-fed pond, which Texas ranchers call tanks instead of ponds, who knows why. And at one time it was called Gouge Eye for a barroom fight where a guy got his eye gouged out. There's a 1932 66 superstation near the village where you'll also find a visitor center with a small motel. It's a surprisingly nice little place. Between Alanreed and Groom, you can take a quick side trip to Jericho Gap. Jericho was founded in 1902 as a railroad stop, but it reached its peak in the 1930s as part of the old original alignment of Route 66. This was an 18-mile stretch of road that was a muddy place and it was hard to get through. Locals would make money towing cars through the mud using horses. Today all that's left is part of the old road, the ruins of a motel, and a nicely kept cemetery. To get there, get off of I-40 at exit 132 and go left. Head down that road for about a mile and you'll see the signs. This little side trip's quick and it's worth it. After exploring the Jericho Gap, you'll hit Groom and Conway before going through to Amarillo. Staying on the old road is complicated through here and may not be worth your time if you're in a hurry. If you want to follow the old road, stay with my directions on Route66MC.com. But if you want to go a little quicker from Alanreed, get on I-40 and exit at Groom. Groom has two Route 66 attractions. One's old and one's new. The older attractions, the tilted Britton Water Tower, which was built at an angle to attract attention. It may be my imagination, but it seems a little more tilted every time I go by there. Anyway, the rear legs of this giant water tower don't have any contact with the ground. The newer attraction is the cross of our Lord Jesus, built in 1995. It's 191 feet tall and it's claimed to be the tallest Christian cross in the Western Hemisphere. After you view that, get back on I-40 and exit at Conway to see the Bug Ranch. This is a group of buried VW Beetles lampooning the Cadillac Ranch outside of Amarillo. To get there, go right on Highway 207 and follow it for a couple of hundred yards. Look to the left for a large motel cafe sign. Amarillo is the only big town along Route 66. As you come into town on Amarillo Boulivard, you're going to pass by a bunch of old authentic Route 66 motels, but they look pretty rough and I don't think you want to stay over there. Route 66 in downtown Amarillo is on 6th Avenue. There's a bunch of bars and restaurants, including a lot of them that cater to bikers. The best of the biker bars is Smoky Joe's. There's also Scooters down the street and the Broken Spoke, which has no affiliation with the Broken Spokes in Sturgis, Daytona, and Laconia. Okay, here we are at the Big Texan Steakhouse in Amarillo, Texas. This is where if you can eat a 72-ounce steak, a baked potato, a shrimp cocktail, a salad, and a dinner roll in only an hour, you get it for free. Joey Chestnut, who's the guy who always wins that Nathan's hot dog contest, he used to hold the record. Joey eats like 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes, and he ate the Big Texan meal in just under 9 minutes. But he doesn't hold the record anymore. A chick named Molly Schuler ate 3 of them in under 20 minutes. She ate the first one in 4:13, the second one in 7:29, and the last one in 8:13. So she ate her third one quicker than Joey ate just one. The next morning, she got up and ate a 9-pound breakfast burrito. You really can't make this stuff up. I suppose you can, but you can Google this one and watch Molly eat those steaks on YouTube. But here's the thing. A lot of people don't know that my grandfather, Angus T-Bone Allen, used to have a steak place in Amarillo called the Big T-Bone. His restaurant served these huge T-bone steaks, and a lot of people think this was the place that was the inspiration for the Big Texan. A lot of customers came for the live entertainment. Angus was one of the first T-Bone rappers, and he used to sing his hit song, The T-Bone Sizzle, to his customers. It goes like this. I got a song here that ain't gonna fizzle. It's all about my meat and the T-bone sizzle. When baby gets up, she's never alone, cause she shakes me awake from a big T-bone. T-bone, she wants it in the morning. T-bone, she gotta sizzle at noon. T-bone, and when the evening comes, T-bone, yum, yum, yum. T-bone, it's my T-bone, baby. T-bone, it's my T-bone, baby. T-bone, a rib I won't do. T-bone, as long as she's awake. T-bone, she wants a T-bone steak. T-bone, she wants a T-bone, baby. When my T-bone's in her mouth, she never dribbles. T-bone, cause my T-bone sizzles. T-bone, she eats it with a grin. T-bone, she slurps it off her chin. T-bone, when she swallows it all, T-bone, she wants my T-bone again. T-bone, it's the T-bone sizzle. T-bone, it's the T-bone sizzle. T-bone, it's the T-bone sizzle. Okay, this is the end of the second leg of your 5th day out on Route 66. You'll probably be moving a little slow tomorrow till you finish digesting your 72-ounce steak,
But once you get going, you'll soon be over halfway to LA. But before you go to the next video, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so you get my new videos as they come out. Also, if you leave your comments on this video, I'll do my best to answer you. Insane Sam out.